Imagine waking up one morning, looking up at the sky, and instead of our familiar blazing sun, there's a pitch black hole sitting right next to it. No light, no glow, just darkness, like someone punched a hole in reality itself. Sounds like a cosmic horror movie, right? Well, let's see what would actually happen if a black hole suddenly appeared right next to our sun. First, let's set the rules. We're not talking about the black hole replacing the sun. That's a different nightmare. We're saying, poof, a black hole just pops into existence next door, hanging out right beside the sun. So what kind of black hole are we imagining here? Let's pick a stellar mass black hole, the smallest common kind, about the mass of our sun, maybe a few times heavier. No, not the gigantic monsters in the centers of galaxies. Just your regular, everyday star eater. Okay, here's the first surprise. If this black hole has the same mass as the sun, its gravity at a distance would feel almost exactly the same as the sun's. That means Earth wouldn't instantly get yanked out of orbit or sucked in like a vacuum cleaner. No, space isn't that dramatic. At least not at first. But here's where it gets weird. The black hole itself doesn't shine. Our sun, meanwhile, is a giant ball of plasma screaming with light and heat. If a black hole appeared right beside it, the sun wouldn't just sit there politely. The black hole would start stealing. Black holes are greedy neighbors. They don't actually suck things in from across the solar system. But if they're close enough to a star, they start pulling gas off its surface. Imagine peeling the layers of an orange, except the orange is 10 million degrees and the peel is made of plasma. The gas spiraling into the black hole would form an accretion disk, basically a glowing whirlpool of doom. That disk would get insanely hot, much hotter than the sun's surface, and it would blast out X-rays. So in the sky, you'd see the sun, plus this terrifying, glowing death donut right next to it. Now, how close are we talking? If the black hole popped up, say, just a few million kilometers from the sun, which in cosmic terms is super close, things would get messy fast. The sun would start losing mass to its new neighbor. The balance of the solar system would shift. Planets, including Earth, orbit because of the sun's gravity. But if the sun is suddenly bleeding mass into a black hole, the orbits would slowly unravel. At first, we just notice things getting off. The year might get a little longer. The seasons would drift. Astronomers would be screaming on the news. And then, over thousands or millions of years, Earth might spiral into a colder, darker orbit, or worse, get flung out of the solar system entirely. But here's the real kicker. Black holes can merge with stars. If this one gets too close, eventually it would eat the sun itself. Not like a bite of an apple, more like a slow cosmic blender. The sun's gas would pour in, the black hole would grow, and one day, the sun would be gone. No sun means no daylight, no photosynthesis, no happy blue sky. Earth would turn into a frozen ice ball drifting around a black hole that spits out deadly radiation instead of life-giving light. So yeah, pretty bad. But wait, there's a twist. If the black hole is far enough away, say billions of kilometers, like hanging out past Pluto, it wouldn't cause chaos right away. From Earth's point of view, it would just be another dark object in the sky. Maybe we'd spot its accretion disk if it fed on some passing gas or unlucky comet. Otherwise, it would just lurk there, invisible, waiting, kind of like the universe's creepiest roommate. So what's the final answer? If a black hole appeared right next to our sun, the solar system's days are numbered. The sun would slowly lose mass, Earth's orbit would destabilize, and eventually the black hole would devour our star. Not instantly, not dramatically like Hollywood, but over cosmic time, the sun would disappear and Earth would be left in the dark. The good news? This can't actually happen. Black holes don't just pop into existence. At least